and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to ask for clarification. Attendee Asa, can you let us know a last name for the minutes, please?
It's actually Brianne Butler.
Oh, hi, Brianne.
I don't know why. Stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, this time I can ask for approval of today's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda for today.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Next is consideration of approval of claims for payment dated March 3rd.
Move to approve claims for payment.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Next is an emergency management update. Thomas?
I believe Thomas is in a training today.
Okay,
And he was in yesterday and he just made a comment. There's really nothing to report other than that Aiden Powers is planning to install the snow guards this Saturday.
all right. Next, I know that Rocky's on. Rocky, if you want to go ahead and unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Morning,
Morning,
Rocky.
Just an update on our numbers for this week. As of this morning, we have had 1,693 positive COVID-19 cases. 1,583 of those have recovered, which is leaving us with about 110 active cases. We continue to get our weekly allocation of 300 prime doses a week. So we are still setting up our weekly clinics, vaccine clinics in Iowa Falls and Eldora and administering those doses. As of yesterday in Iris, we have administered 3,135 doses. And we're still continuing to work through phase 1B, tier 1, which is our first responders, educators, childcare providers, etc. And the state of Iowa did get an allocation of Johnson & Johnson this week, but that is only going to 17 counties initially for their tier 2 large manufacturing employers. And so we did not get any of that yet. And I think that's everything.
And if people have questions, they can contact you at Greenbelt Home Care, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you, Rocky. Next item I have our utility permit, secondary roads department update.
So our guys should be out putting cold patch on the highway today. So hopefully we get rid of some of the potholes. And we're very sparingly putting rock on some intersections that have gotten, muddy usually it's from a semi turning on it. So, yep. Hoping for good weather.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I got.
All right. Next, I'll ask Jessica Sheridan to go ahead and allow people to unmute their microphones. And we'll start with public comment. Okay.
Oh, I have a public comment, a question.
Okay, go ahead, Julie.
Last week I asked Daryl Meyer about an update on Julie Town misappropriation of funds, and he apparently had no microphone. I see he's not on today. So when can we expect something? I mean, I think he has staff in his office who may have been able to run over or connect with this meeting and give an update. I just don't like to see things, left behind, things that need to be addressed eventually, sooner rather than later. And I wanted to mention that the mask resolution is inappropriate at this point, and no, things aren't all better, and apparently leadership is missing the point. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
Okay, other public comments?
This is Donna.
Morning, Donna.
Good morning. I'd like to thank Jolene Peters for having the fortitude to ask the necessary questions and allow the answers to be published in the Iowa Falls paper, which basically the reputation that was damaged by our state senator of any false allegations of fraud, and in essence, also clears our prior auditor. I am very grateful she did that. I am glad she did that. But it would have been nice if other elected officials had done the same thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna.
Yes, I also have a couple of questions. They're longer in nation or longer, so I don't know if you want to answer them one question at a time or if you want me to answer or to say them all at one time. I guess I'll leave that up to you. The first question I have is, what was the cost of the last lawsuits that we had? I know one was 50,000 and I can't remember who that was. And then the other one was 50,000 with Megan Dorman. Were they all in the same, how do I want to put that? Like calendar year or the same year and how you guys run? That's my first question.
Okay. What's your second question?
My second question is, what was the cost of our state audit that we had to do?
Okay.
And then I did get my third question answered, what our cost for our audits have been for that we have to do for our years, for the companies that have done them and what they have been running. And then due to all of this, with the state audit that you recommended that we do, and those 2 lawsuits that we have done, had done on us, have our insurance policy gone up because of all of this?
Okay. I can work with the proper people here in county government to get you answers and get the data, so you have that. It's just not something I can pull out right here this morning, Pauline.
Okay, but you can't tell me right what the state audit cost?
I can't right off the top of my head, because if I give you a number that's 5 cents too high or 5 cents too low, then I'm inaccurate and misrepresenting the number. So like I said, I'm more than happy to get that information and get it to you.
Okay, I just was kind of wanting a roundabout figure or whatever. I'm not asking for specifics or whatever, just kind of a roundabout number.
Okay, I'll get that to you, Pauline.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you.
Other public comment?
Yes, BJ, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Brianne Butler. I just wanted to voice my opinion as far as mandating masks in the courthouse, and I 100% agree with repealing that. At this point, a year later, numbers are declining. We have the vaccine that we're distributing and giving to those folks that are in need of it, and we're tearing down like we should be. As a nurse for 18 years, wearing a mask in the community, not wearing them correctly, there's a lot of things that go into it. And 365 days later, a year later, we do not need to continue to mandate these things. It should be a choice. If a person wants to wear it, that is their choice. But in my nursing opinion, we should not continue to mandate mask wearing for the public. Inside hospitals, clinics, where we are trained to put on PPE in a manner of where we are even state checked on these things, it's a different story. But for the lay public to continue to wear them most of the time incorrectly and not sufficiently, it just doesn't make sense at this point any longer. If a person wants to wear one, if they feel more safe with it on, if they're sick, they should be wearing them. But for healthy people to continue to be mandated to wear them does not make sense at this point, in my opinion.
Thank you, Brianne. Additional public comment.
Well, I've read where the monocules are so small, they actually go through the masks.
Cynthia, do you want to speak?
Nah.
Okay. No, it's okay. Sorry to catch you off guard there. No, just the rules are the rules.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Any other public comment? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to go ahead and ask for the bid submissions for the awarding of the contract for county auditing services.
You want me to open them for you?
Sure, I'll let engineer roll. You've got the scissors and
Sure.
we got three, correct? 3 packets.
Yep, your first one is with Gardner and Company out of Des Moines.
Okay. Angela, not to put you on the spot, but while he is opening, can you explain how we solicit for these bids?
We just send out a request for proposals to various auditing firms in our region.
So you don't, I don't, none of our elected officials or department heads send this to any one person in particular. It goes out to a mass group. They have the option of bidding or not bidding or sending a
Right.
proposal. Thank you. Need to return those. Those look like they're nice pens.
Looks like $2.99 from here.
All right. So one thing we want to do when we, I think going forward is we'll get these proposals, we'll acknowledge receipt, and then we need to have them looked at to make sure we're comparing apples to apples and make a decision in coming weeks on awarding a contract. So the first one, I'm not even going to go through the dollars and cents because we want to make sure they're apples to apples. So the first one is Gardner and Company from Des Moines, Iowa. Taylor, second one?
Yep, next is Anderson, Larkin and Company out of Atumwa.
Okay.
It's a lot easier for you.
Thank you. All right, and the third one, Taylor.
Bowman and Miller out of Marshalltown.
Okay. And just for sake of information, Bowman Millers are current outside auditing entities. So I've got the three proposals. I would accept the motion to have these evaluated and take further action at a later date.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the three proposals and to table till a future date.
I'll second it.
I have a motion, a second, any discussion?
Yeah, in the discussion, gives us time to review them. We can bring it back. We can have people look at them, see if anything else. I don't know if Daryl would need to, but obviously I believe our auditor should.
Okay. Renee, anything to add? Nope. Okay. I have a motion, a second. We've had discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
they do need to be approved before July 1st.
Right.
Just needed to add that there.
Yep. All right, the next thing I have on the agenda is resolution for consideration. This resolution repeals resolution 2020-43. I'm going to ask that our department heads and elected officials that are joining us, these are our frontline people that are active in our day-to-day operations and maintain the continuity of operations here at Hardin County. So I've had several express the intent to express their opinion. So I have Connie, would you, Lori?
Sure.
Okay, come on up. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Lori Cadner, I'm Hardin County Recorder,
Thank you.
yes. And I agree with a resolution to amend previous resolution on the masks. We spent thousands of dollars, which were reimbursed through a grant, I believe, that Thomas prepared, and put some glass in the office that was a barrier between the public and ourselves. And, you know, that's a big barrier, in my opinion, that people that come in from the public, you know, and face us, I think that's enough of a barrier that we don't have to worry about having our mask on and their mask on. And I think we can all, you know, some people, yeah, maybe they cross the line and are sick when they come in, but I think we all are smart enough people that if you feel like crap, you know, you stay home. You don't want to bring, you know, an illness to somebody else. I think it's a common sense thing. You know, if you feel like you need to wear your mask in. You know, if I feel like I have sniffles or whatever, I'm gonna wear my mask. But let's bring it back to an individual particular opinion and deal with it that way.
Can I ask one question?
Yes,
Have you asked your staff, and I'm going to ask any of our department heads this question, have you asked your staff for their opinions on this matter?
yes, I have.
Okay, and,
And they're ready to be done with the masks.
Okay.
And they have the same opinion that I do.
Okay.
Like, you know, back when this started last February or March, I think the board has done a great job, you know, trying to make it the best for employees and public alike. And we've obviously been through this for a year now, and, you know, I think we've done all we can, and it's getting better. And I just think we have to trust our own opinion and everybody else's, you know, opinion on themselves. And we have the thermometer right in the entry when you walk in, and I think that's gonna tell a lot. And they're gonna be sent away if they do have a fever. So right there, that's gonna stop them right there.
Right.
And I just think it's it's my own opinion now, and my own idea if I want to wear a mask or not. Okay?
thank you, Lori.
Yes.
Do any of our employees that are on Zoom, would they like to speak? Anybody have their hand raised, Jessica?
I asked all of them
Okay,
to unmute.
Michelle, would you like to speak?
I'm Michelle Eichmeyer, the Hardin County Treasurer, and I've had many discussions with my staff. And our opinion is, or their opinion and mine, is that we have done a lot of things to protect ourselves and the public. And we too are having a hard time conducting business with glass masks. If my staff would feel like they need to wear a mask, they're more than welcome to do that. And they've said that they are at the point where they need to be without the mask to conduct proper business. So we are in favor of repealing the resolution. We feel like the County Board of Supervisors have done a great job of protecting ourselves. Doing the thermometer at the door, we are doing social distancing in the hallway. We're allowing only so many people to come up to the building or in the building itself to the office. If we have too many people, they have to social distance. We've got badges so we can keep track of numbers. We're tracking people that are coming into this building. If there were to be any contact tracing needed, we have that data. We just feel like we're doing everything we can. We are cleaning still in between each customer. We are cleaning pens, we're cleaning counters. We're doing everything we can to protect our customers and our staff. And my opinion is that if anybody wants to wear a mask, we have no problem with that. That is your God-given right. Just like it's our right to decide that we don't want to wear a mask if we don't need to, if we've got that glass in between us. If you're sick, stay home, wash your hands. I feel that many people that are wearing masks aren't wearing them properly. They are laying them down, they're touching them. You're just putting bacteria right into your mouth. It's worse than touching the table and licking your finger. So everybody has to have a responsibility in this situation. And I feel like we are doing our job to do that. And everybody should have their own right in proceeding with this terrible thing that's happened to us. We're in this for a year now, and we pray that it's going to go away. It's not going to go away because it's still going to be there, just like influenza is going to be there, just like anything's going to be there. But we're doing our best to keep our public safe. That's our most important, and our staff. Those two things are important things to everybody here. And we just want everybody to know that we're not out there to not protect them, but we have to give some rights to our employees as well. So that is my opinion and my staff's opinion. We've talked about it a lot, and I just thought I'd bring that to the table so that everybody could hear what we were feeling. And we do feel protected here from all the measures that have been brought into place, and we appreciate those and just want you to know that.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Okay. Anybody else? Engineer Rawl.
Why not? So obviously, we don't deal with customers as much as others, but more of a personal opinion, I'm a big fan of, your personal freedoms. I don't really like when the government tells people what to do in the first place. But I take an inherent risk every day when I wake up, I could slip in the shower and die, drive to work, I could cross the center line and kill somebody, so I feel like you can only go so far. I feel like we've done this more than we need. Your immune systems, they work. When you don't wear a mask, it's weird. I have 3 small kids at home. Nobody's been sick for a year. So I'm more worried about the end of this. Our sickness is going to be worse because our immune systems haven't been getting exercise for the last year. Luckily, my family, we spend plenty of time outside. So yes, I believe it's time to be done with the mask. You guys know my employees. They're definitely ready to not have to think about it anymore. So yes, that's my opinion.
Thank you. Yep. Jessica.
I'll preface by saying that I totally respect my other department heads and elected officials' opinions. And it was definitely a majority of the department heads and elected officials wanted to repeal the resolution and not require masks in the buildings. But there were 2 of us who thinks that we should require masks in buildings still. I just wanted to let you know that there are multiple opinions in the courthouse. I do respect whatever decision gets made, and I just wanted people to know that there's more than one opinion here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jessica. Good. Anyone else? Okay. Hearing none. Lance, Renee, anything to add or make I'd entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to repeal or to approve the resolution repealing resolution number 2020-43.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Discussion. Lance?
Yeah, we do have 2. One person spoke up in favor of the masks. I'm assuming they were both department heads. And in your own office or your area that you would like, if you would still like to require a mask be worn in that area, I am in full support of that, as any office would like that done. What we're asking is to do the mask mandate coming in, or the employees coming in, the people coming in, to be responsible. I'd like to echo on a lot of things that people said out there. In a year, people learned what hygiene's about again. And I don't think we want to continue this. Wash your hands, stay home if you're sick. The results are terrible. And we couldn't keep that from happening even with or without a mask, but hopefully people start thinking about it again and start doing this again. So a very expensive lesson that we've learned in life, but also I agree with the fact that we can't continue to do this. People have responsibility, but I want people in their own office space to feel comfortable if that's what they want in their office. I will support you wholeheartedly.
Okay.
I just have a comment that Thomas had emailed to the 4 of us that meet every Monday. We agreed with repealing the resolution. He said, we reviewed this and believe that we still respect people's right to wear masks and always encourage people to social distance and wear masks when social distancing is not possible.
Okay. Any other discussion? Lance, Renee? Okay. If not, I can ask Angela for roll call vote.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance,
Aye.
BJ,
Aye. Motion carries. Next item is Recorder Cadner's monthly report.
Make a motion to approve the recorder's monthly report for the month of February.
I will second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is Sheriff McDaniel's monthly report.
I'll make a motion to approve the sheriff's monthly report.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, I have 2 changes of status from the Hardin County Sheriff's Office. First one for consideration is Tristan Muse.
I'll make a motion to approve the change of status for Tristan Muse, a correctional officer, effective February 24th, 2021. It's a discharge. Tristan was a permanent part-time correctional officer at $16.48 an hour. The last day of work will be February 23rd, 2021, or was February 23rd.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is consideration of employee change of status for Brock Kinney.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the change of status for Brock Kinney, effective March 3rd, 2021. It's a hiring of a correctional officer in the Sheriff's Department at $16.48 an hour. It's a permanent part-time position.
I will second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Lance, other business?
None.
Renee, other business?
None.
Okay, I can ask for adjournment or recess.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.